Okay, I guess so.
Okay, buddy. Grab your popcorn, grab your drink. Adriel's got a cool presentation for us.
Okay.
Versus other assets.
Yep, shitcoins, all that. Nothing. Start the evening off with a coffee, caffeine, and then sugar, and have caffeine for the day or coffee. Okay, so it's a little throwback with the Newbie Tuesday stuff. So we're bringing the. Okay.
Okay. Ready? Okay, we're ready.
Yeah, let me do my script again. Okay. And starting off the morning with some coffee, caffeine, and some bit of whiskey. Welcome to the third Thursday. We're gonna do a little throwback with the Newbie Tuesday stuff. Happy early Bitcoin Pizza Day.
Officially tomorrow?
Officially. So everything here is just imaginary pizzas since we didn't bring any. Okay, so yeah, crypto versus other assets.
Virtual pizza, all you can eat.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't practice at all. I'm basically just winging it. So like, fill me in. If you have anything you want to add in. Okay, we can get started here. What's the presentation? Comparing pretty much the traditional world of the fiat assets, since that's what we're all used to these days, and then we're just comparing it to like just the crypto side, and then we'll just finish it off with why just Bitcoin most of the time, since we gotta have that like more of that Bitcoiner leaning side on it at the end. On a broad scale and against inflation. Okay, so we're basically just comparing things. It's going to start with major fiat assets just against inflation. So it's like, what do they say? Like 2 or 3% inflation, when it's actually, if we're referring to like the M2 money supply, it's going up like at least like 10% or 7%. Okay.
Still getting writing all over the face. But
writing all over?
I addressed that problem with.
Well, I'll edit this. I'll edit this post process, and then I just put the slides on there. So
yeah, but you won't be able to take the writing out of your face.
Oh yeah, because I'm messing up the live show. Okay. This little disclaimer: it's not financial advice. I'm not influencer. I'm just some newbie guy who's got some bit of experience, and we're in a room with a bunch of other experienced people. So, yeah. Part one.
What does NFA mean?
Not financial advice.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those abbreviations you'll see a lot on the internet.
Don't even listen to you. Or that one. Understand what I was thinking.
All right. Let's start with cash, because that's the thing everyone has. Everyone's known of. You got things like it's physical, so it's not like digital where like anyone can track your stuff. I can give someone a piece of my cash, and nobody outside will know. So like if I want to buy like some few computers off of Kevin, then yeah, I'll just give him like $6,000 of cash, or for Bitcoin transactions, I guess. Decentralized, anonymous, harder to censor. It's good for privacy physically. The digital is basically pretty much the exact opposite. You know how it goes. Banks, they keep there's a ledger that when you transact digitally, your records of whatever you buy, you transact, or whatever. It's how do I say this? Trying to think. Fill me in.
Banks are assholes.
Yes, banks. They're assholes. Let's keep it at that. Yep, they'll shut you down. I had this one thing that happened with my older brother got debanked out of nowhere, just for no reason. So like there's this RNG, random chance that it could happen out of air, and you just can't use your money the next day, and then your whole day's just fucking ruined. A good example for censorship.
My whole year.
The truckers protest back in 2022. Saw them all the way down Broadway and stuff. They brought the Emergencies Act. Yeah, they pretty much proved how far the government can go with censoring your money if you're using it digitally. So if you want to donate to the truckers, then yeah, they'll flag you.
Took their crypto. Okay.
Yeah, crypto too.
Got no milk back here.
Well, I think they did use crypto for that too, just to like, it was a little loophole.
95% of them were, how do you say, they were vaccinated, but they're protesting for their friends, their buddies.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been interrupting. Sorry, everyone. So sorry.
We all know how money works. They just print whatever the heck they want to do. I think, however, I haven't checked, the 6 to 8%. It's somewhere around there. First world countries, probably like 10% or something like that. Other countries, third world countries, they go way beyond this one. They can go within the thousands of percentage, and then their whole thing, $1 is probably going to be worth like, or $1 billion would be worth like $1 US or something, like the Zimbabwe dollar. So there's that thing. Iranian reals are worth like 1 sat per real right now. That's one example. If you're just holding cash, you're pretty much forced to invest. There's really no way going around it. If you're just saving and just straight cash, you're not putting that money into investing, then you're not gonna get yourself kind of either ahead in line in life. So that's kind of the incentive of just with cash. You have to invest it. There's really no going about it. Okay, I haven't looked at this in a while. I'm doing last minute looks, so it's a very common argument that people use crypto for money laundering and all that stuff, illicit activities, but people still use cash. That's the plus side of cash, that you can move it anywhere around. No one really knows because it's physical. And if we're talking about like in scale versus just crypto transactions, you're talking about almost nearly the trillions of just money just being moved around for illicit activities. If we're talking about like crypto, it's almost nothing. This is just a little reference of the quote, or crypto or Bitcoin's like a saint, just from the first Bitcoin meetup I was in Vancouver, from a guy who's part of Coinos. Yeah, so just, yeah, the numbers are just super small compared to just cash. That's almost nothing.
Perfectly trackable. It's not good for criminals.
Yeah. And there's also that, yes, it's trackable. The FBI could be probably on your ass just trying to find all those blockchain transactions and trying to branch them together.
86.2% was in American money.
86.2.
But it did go up to $1.38, which is 1% more than yesterday for us to buy Canadian.
Okay.
And we get more Canadian by $1.
Okay. Let's see. Money. Oh. Fiat now. We've had money for thousands of years, but now it's stuck in the past. Let's see how I even wrote this down. That's gonna be tough. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. It's just why it matters.
How do you spend your gold?
How do you spend? Okay, yeah, this is the gold part. Okay, I'm trying to recall this now. Why does it matter? Why does it break? The best form of money throughout human history. You've been using pretty much gold for a long, long time. Well, it started off with the barter system, so like we're not trading with like coins, we're just trading with just objects. So like if I wanted this guy's computer, then I'd probably have to give him all this stuff from this corner or even this whole room, just so I can get myself like those computers for my AI projects, for example. Or 1,400 chickens for this whole building, I guess. Yeah.
Take a lot more
Yeah.
chickens than-
Nowadays, gold.
Chocolate chicken before
You
they
see the
have.
types of chicken lately?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, gold. Yeah, we've been using precious metals for just like, transacting as money. But with, I think we used silver a long time ago, but slowly over time, it became just like, that used to be 100% copper for pennies, but now it's kind of mixed in with zinc. So it pretty much just made it less worth it.
And clipping. Look what clipping did.
Yep.
Silver in the Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's basically what I said. I saw this from a
100%.
book from one of the Bitcoiners. I forgot. It was from Nut. He was the guy who wrote Everything Divided by 21 Million. So it's a very just brief example. It's been done a long time ago with the government doing like their own coin clipping to fund their war. And then, everything just went down the shit. Let's see. Since we can't use gold long time ago, anymore, it's more of just some investable asset or just some more of like a collectible. Even if you did want to purchase something, you have to buy something like really, really expensive. So like if I wanted to buy like a expensive computer like or camera like this one, I could probably buy like yeah, 1 ounce of gold can be enough to buy one of those computers or 2 of these cameras. But people won't really accept it at all in general. Verifying gold. I keep using gold for that example. Verifying authenticity. It does take extra steps just to make sure we're getting the right amount of gold and stuff. So it kind of gets a little tedious. Store of value. I did mention this before. People will just use this as more of like a collectible or just store it as just more of an investment. If you're trying to transact from like across the world, then you really have to like move it around, move these giant blocks of gold just from like one country to another, and yeah,
Doesn't work.
you have to have like a whole military just like protecting that thing as you move it around. Now this is more on the GIC part. Okay, this is a bit of an export problem. Okay, I guess we're on the investment parts. So bonds or GICs, they're low rates. GICs, they vary. They can go above 10%, which is fine. But for me, I did 5%. So if I had like $100,000 and it only goes up like 5,400 in 1 year for just GIC yields, then that's only enough to pay for like some of the basic stuff. Utilities, groceries, that's probably like not much, but holding it long term, I don't think it's really worth it. Let's see. How am I supposed to say this box part? I forgot. Oops. Oh man, I had a brain fart.
You're doing fine.
Good.
Doing fine? Okay. Let's see. I'll try to, improvise. I'm basically just winging it.
Yeah, that's what I do every
Doing
time.
great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bullshit apples.
Yeah.
That's right.
So with the money I have, first part's talking about like financial advisors. So like they're basically just telling you should try this GIC thing. They always recommend you something. Kind of sounds like a salesman pitch. The little thing behind it is that they also get paid once you put your money into it. They get paid somehow. Like
And when you take it out.
when you take it out, yes. MERs also contribute to.
They do that because it's easier to sell somebody on a GIC or an RRSP than it is something more extravagant.
Mhm.
People's education about the financial world is very low. So
Right.
instead of trying to educate people, because I was a financial advisor at one time,
Mhm.
it's easier just to give them an RRSP because it's easier to explain to a regular person.
Okay. So yeah, we have that covered. Bonds, we're gonna make this super simple. We're just giving our money to the government that we've already paid taxes and stuff on. We're just giving it back, and then they promise us money back. Not really what I'm saying. We all know. Stakes. Yes, I said stakes. Literally outpace their GICs. So if groceries, they get expensive, like eggs. I think that's been a trend. Anything other than like 5%, you have other bunch of stuff. Groceries going way higher than just the reported inflation. I think steaks have quadrupled since lockdowns. Am I right?
Well, crazy expensive, that's all I know.
Yeah. And I don't even feel like I'm eating healthy because I'm just eating so much carbs. If the banks collapse, the insurance has your back.
60,000 max, I think. Used to be 60.
Or I thought it was 1 million.
250,000.
Really? Oh, inflation. 4 times, 4.5, like you said.
Yeah, banks collapse. was talking about bank runs. If you had your money in some investment, then how are you willing to take it out? That's the thing I'm wondering. Okay, let's move to the next one. Better than bonds, still not 24/7. Okay, so we're now talking about like more of like the stocks and stuff. What works? S&P 500 follows inflation just almost just spot on. Magnificent Seven, they make up 1/3 of the S&P 500. But yeah, you're basically better off just going with those like big 7 companies other than the rest of the 493. You have the choice to pick your own stuff. Go on well simple, just invest, DIY it. Don't need an advisor. Plenty of ETF wrappers for global exposure. So if I wanted to put my money in like a Bitcoin ETF, a Vanguard S&P 500 or a Nikkei, what was it? Nikkei 300, Nikkei 100, the Japanese stocks. I could also do that. But they close on holidays, weekends, MER fees. They eat your returns. So like 2% is still considered really high. So if you're not careful, then yeah, we'll just eat it up long term. I already mentioned financial advisors, foreign equities, paperwork or wrappers only. I haven't thought about the paperwork stuff. Yeah, but it's a little inconvenient since it's not 24/7.
You go back to wrappers, or you don't have to go back? Are you meaning wrapped Bitcoin or wrapped Ethereum?
No. If I wanted to put my money in the S&P 500, it's not directly through the S&P 500. So like I have to go through like, I think it was like a Canadian firm or something. That's why I said like Vanguard S&P 500. So that's a possible way that you can put your money in S&P 500 exposure. Okay, real estate. I like how I did my little art piece here. This is probably one of my least favorite ones. Maybe it's just because I can't afford a house and I'm young and I'm pissed. I want to move out, but I'm stuck. I'm chained. Let's see.
You mentioned that to your dad because I know your dad.
Yeah, that's basically what inspired me to even make this. Honestly.
Everyone here.
Okay. Yes, the Canadian Brantford. I'm not flipping the bird in front of y'all. It's their little salute right here to elbows up.
Popular meme.
Yeah. How am I supposed to? What? Sorry.
Wasn't he like an MP or something, that guy?
He was more of like an attendee for a liberal rally.
Oh, well.
That's how he became so popular, and yeah.
He has both figures. It's a party.
Oh, yeah,
Violence, that the liberals.
Yeah, they memed on him hard, and it's kind of hitting a point where he's kind of getting harassed. So like, let's keep it on the down low. Not try to get too far over ourselves.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, houses just keep getting expensive, and we can't really work as easy as like any of you guys from the past generations. So it's like it's getting harder and harder. There's just a few examples of just like houses just going up in price or numbers, I'd say. Yeah. So yeah, my house, we got it back in like 2005, 2006. It was about 120,000. I think yeah. It should be as worth as 300,000. And then a little fact of Warren Buffett's house. He bought it back in 1958. It was 50,000 at the time, and now it's 28 times that, going up to 1.4 million as of 2023. So housing's just become a savings tool for the rich people instead of being a basic necessity. So you see a lot of those like really expensive like condos and stuff that are just bought out, but they're always vacant, which seems like cool. Big problem in society. That's just something I wouldn't understand, but it's just an investment tool at the end of the day. So it's like, what's my problem with real estate personally or as a whole? Property taxes, I think it's like 1% or something, or 2%. You still have to pay the government property tax for just simply owning your house. Maintenance, if you're a handyman, and then you can do the maintenance yourself, but it is pretty costly. It needs cash on the side. But if you're running like a rental property, then yeah, you always gotta keep cash on the side just so like you can make sure things get fixed ASAP. If you want to sell it, it takes a long time. Usually they come in seasons just because like there will be people that will be very interested in like buying a home somewhere in like summer or spring. Bad tenants, that's the thing I personally suffer with for rental properties. We had to deal with roaches when the last tenants, we kicked them out. We had a house on Simcoe in Notre Dame. They're gone. We have another property where we had to deal with like, needles, drugs. Luckily, I didn't see any drugs just on the floor or anything. Just like one needle and that was it. But I just knew they were doing like drugs. There's a lot. If you have bad tenants, number one, don't get tenants from a tenancy board because that's always a recipe for disaster. So you're kind of just playing a bit of gamble. Yeah, banks block sales. Sometimes the banks will just say nope. We were getting really close to selling that one house that went through a fire and we had to repair it all. But the banks are kind of like the final hammer to say that, maybe, we'll approve some guy buying it, or we'll just say no, maybe due to like market conditions.
How
But
do they do that?
I think this is my dad told me.
They don't renew the mortgage.
Well, I think you're talking about someone new buying the house, right?
Yeah, someone wants to buy the
Someone
house.
new
Yeah.
Buy the house that he's got for sale, and they say, "Oh, it was fire
Risk.
damage. We're not going to give you a mortgage." Or
Yeah.
they ask for outrageous amount for the down payment.
Yeah, that's because like my brothers and I, we just wanted to get rid of that one house that was a rental property that we just didn't want to like suffer having to fix and rinse and repeat, because we just want to like mind our own business and just get it over with. Yeah, so we just keep doing the rental stuff. We mentioned the empty property stuff, so we don't have to go through that. It's just an example of things that can happen. So
Is that your house?
That's my house.
it's one of
How
my.
did you get into my bedroom?
I found all your fence.
It's really weird for me to say that.
Yeah, I heard you find all your fent through the East Hastings. I'd like to get some of that. No, this is McDermott. This is McDermott.
Is this
Mc-
your house?
It's my dad's rental property.
Wow.
This was back in.
I live there too to save on rent.
No. Yeah, we fixed this up. We've already went through it. We're already through like a second group of tenants. I'm hoping things get changed. This is just one big example. If it burns down, yeah, it's going to be a waste of time, resources, energy. I don't want to go through that. No one wants to go through that. I don't know about my dad, but
Don. I'm listening.
okay. I was supposed to have a video over here because now we're kind of slowly transitioning into like the crypto side. We're just gonna mention NFTs and stuff, collectibles, and this is about collectibles in general. Just imagine a video of a bunch of the guys at Costco in LA. They're running through. They're just a bunch of scalpers. They're trying to hunt down a bunch of people. I don't know what am I saying. It's a bunch of scalpers running through a Costco to go buy every pack of Pokemon cards because it's part of like the little niche collectible culture. You get scalpers, pretty much this, counterfeits, dying fads. Those are risks. They are all in one piece as being not divisible. So you can make anything pretty much like have value. Hypebeast culture back in like I think 2017, 2016, that's been popular over like sneakers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I can say here. This is not a true story. I actually downloaded this JPEG and I had $7,000. Well, I could have had 7,000 if I just took profits, but and when you get into like these communities and stuff, because that's also part of like niche market culture, I would say. There's always this peer pressure where you get pulled into like diamond handed, keep holding this stuff. It's gonna go up, but eventually it doesn't come back anymore. So now it's I would say, yeah, it's all vibes, pretty much. This is from my experience personally from 2021 through 2022 through the whole NFT hype bubble. So everyone was saying all this hype, all this BS, even these like long threads that some of these like Twitter influencers keep saying all this stuff. Oh, why is this the future? But then once the markets like they dip, usually it goes along with it. So then they just don't seem to go back up. There's always like a bunch of stuff that happens. So when you get involved in, okay, yeah, this is just the NFT stuff. Okay. It takes a lot of time and energy. You got to get into these communities, all these like quote alpha groups, whitelists and stuff. It's a lot of like FOMOing into things. So things can get time sensitive. Whether a drop happens, reveals those claims and stuff. You can take your time to read this and come up with your own thing. I think that's kind of all I've got from myself. But what I want to say out of my, I guess my own expensive lesson is just take profits. Just ignore the whole like community stuff. If you want to sell, you take your profits. Don't fall into like the hype and stuff. And yeah, I have a life, so like I'm gonna be missing out on this stuff. I don't want to be on the computer all the time because I know where that's taken me.
I think you nailed it with the word hopium.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, hopium. Yeah,
please describe that for the audience as all heard.
hopium. It's kind of just like saying, oh, all this, a lot of hope. Yeah, I guess it's just hope.
Opium, as in opium.
Yeah, hopium. It's a
hoping. We're all hoping.
yes.
A long time now, all of us. Like, what? Year and a half. It's just
All those XRP holders. Come on, XRP! Wake up!
Fart coin.
you explain the burr, printer go burr.
Printer go burr. It's just a money printer.
Talk about liquidity and why it's important. Once it happens, they're going to start printing trillions. You know that.
Yeah, we can always see that from the
What happens with
liquidity.
There's no beginners here, though, are there? Except for Betty over there. That's what she's
Oh, God.
Well, all that liquidity goes to the richest people. It's the whole Cantillon effect.
Sorry, Betty. I know you're the senior editor of all the Bitcoin world here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is the part where I'd say I would give away just a coin card for free. But I forgot to bring it because I had to rush out of the house after I took a nap.
I'll take an IOU.
I can just send you a screenshot.
I'll go see your dad.
Doesn't look like he was really into it, the whole thing. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Okay, so now we're just going to like two different things, but the difference between Bitcoin and crypto, they all have like two different learning curves. So with crypto, if you're getting into like the NFT stuff, that's something we've mentioned that goes on its own different learning curve. And Bitcoin's kind of like the super simple stuff. You can just simply use it as a medium exchange. You just store it, save it. They're all equally as fast. You have Lightning Network for just really very dirt cheap fees. They're instant transactions. A lot of the layer 2 blockchains, even Ethereum, Solana, they still have like fast transaction speeds, even Sui, Base, all that kind of stuff. Self-custody, hardware wallets. Well, these can technically go into both sides. Bitcoin's got to go through like a centralized service if you want to like lend it out and all that stuff. With crypto, you don't have to. You just put on like an app like Aave. You put your money in there. Let's see. Yeah, but there was also some risks. There's been certain exploits that have been happening in the DeFi space recently too. Rug pulls. I witnessed Titan Finance back in 2021. That I seen that happen with when Mark Cuban put his money on there and then he got rug pulled. This one was just recently, as an example. This is on the Sui blockchain. It happened on Bitcoin Pizza Day last year, ironically. And I was at a Bitcoin pizza event in Toronto, and they were sponsored by Sui. Okay, let's try to finish this one up first. And Bitcoin's kind of like the boring side of crypto. You just hold it, just use it as money. But the learning doesn't stop. There's always some sort of rabbit holes. There's so many different topics to go through when you become a Bitcoiner, like sovereignty and stuff, privacy, technology, a bunch of other stuff. Crypto goes on its own different way, I guess, but it has the same idea of decentralized finance about a middleman in the way.
On the crypto side there, it's that first line, LP on Uniswap. What's LP?
Oh, liquidity providing. So you can put your money in like a trading pool. So anyone who trades those like from one asset to another. So if I want to go from like wrapped Bitcoin to Ethereum, someone can do that. So like, oh, I'll trade this for that. So that trading pair, they pay like a very small fee. So if it could be like, maybe not even like it's less than 1%. These fees are cheap. And all those fees get pulled into whoever puts their money in it. So if I have like $1 million on there, and then all that trading that happens within those 24 hours, the more money you have just on a liquidity pool, the more you gain in fees. So that's one way to make your
economy of scale, like what's good for everyone, then divided by everyone is better. Better pricing.
It depends. Well, there's different fee tiers. So sometimes they'll go as high as 1% for like the very like the shitcoin tier stuff, and then the fees are like super low when it comes to like really like liquid pairs, like Ethereum and wrapped Bitcoin together. They vary. So see if there's anything else I can talk about, but other than that, I guess we can keep moving. Seize hack. This was just one of the risks. $60 million USD has been drained. Yeah, I did have some money on this one. This also resulted in the whole ecosystem. People are dumping their Sui tokens. That's on its own blockchain too. So I couldn't withdraw any of that money just in case something bad happened. So it was pretty much on lockdown. So that's like one of the risks. No DeFi protocol is perfect. I think even Aave, I forgot what happened to them just recently, but they've lost some TVL, I guess.
What's TVL?
Total value locked. So that's
They stole it.
Yeah, they stole it.
so yeah. Okay, let's.
Let's have fancier names for it now.
There's a lot of abbreviations. That's part of the whole crypto learning curve.
Can I add to Sui when that happened? Our awesome government, Trudeau, said, "Hey, no more Coinex." You know, so to get your Sui, you're gonna have to. It's a long story, but couldn't get your money out for a bit.
Okay.
Working.
All right.
Ever know the Canadian government person to ever know what they're doing with moving any kind of cryptocurrencies around? Oh, now we have a new cryptocurrency. Can you do that at the end? Talk about the new Canadian cryptocurrency.
I guess it's like a stable coin.
So,
Okay. Yeah, I do like taking little field trips. So yeah, they were giving out a lot of pizzas, free blunts too. So I ended up chilling there for like 3 hours last year. So this is the day before, like I spent a week there.
It's kind of nice though.
Wow. I think I had like 11 slices. So I was like super hungry this whole time. Yeah, it was a fun event too. Yeah, I got to talk to people, and then right after, I got to go to another Bitcoiner meetup where someone was releasing their book. I have it on the shelf. I forgot whose name it was, but it was a purple book.
where was this?
This is Christie Park on Toronto. So it's right next to the station, so you can just take a train ride there,
Nice.
and then you're just there by the time you make it to Christie Station.
how I fell in love with Bitcoin.
Let's see, what's this one? Running a node. So with the blockchain getting much bigger, you're gonna need at least like 2 terabytes now. You could possibly run this with 1 terabyte, but later down the line, those transactions each block just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's as simple as just having a really simple like storage system, just running a Bitcoin node. You just simply want a whole ledger of all the transactions that happened since its beginning. For like other blockchains, they're really they really depend, and sometimes you get really expensive ones too. So this is running on terabytes of data for like all the transactions, and then Bitcoin's just like a terabyte or 2. Let's see, because there's different kinds of nodes for like other blockchains. And if you want like a real node, then yeah, you might as well just build a gaming computer at this point. all the expensive parts. You got to keep it up all the time, so you're not missing out on like rewards. You can get slapped. Yeah, I guess validation rewards. I haven't looked into it that much. I just have very basic details down. For nodes,
What do those numbers represent?
which ones do you mean?
How much to spend on the initial Raspberry or
Oh,
memory? Or
probably a few $100 or a couple hundred.
are you saying that these are what you can make over a certain period of time? Using a lot of
That's the
memory
cost
just
of
cost.
the hardware.
Yeah.
sub-cost.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So, yeah, no slashing awards for the Bitcoin nodes. You just want them running, so you can protect the integrity of the whole ledger. In comparison to Ethereum and Bitcoin nodes, you have at least 50,000 to 100,000 full nodes. Usually these are centralized. Kevin talked about Solana with their network being centralized and stuff. So usually the top entities, they control the validator keys. Usually most of them. Actual nodes, there's 14,000. And since it's like really expensive to like run like Ethereum nodes, Solana nodes, or etc., then it's not easily accessible to the general public. So that's why Bitcoin nodes are always the way to go.
How long do you have to lock them up now? 2 years still?
I don't remember. I'm not even interested because I just don't have any money on Ethereum.
That's what that refers to, Don. That $500 to $1,000. He's saying you have to have a computer
To
that's
maintain, to run the
$500
node
to
for
$1,000 computer.
In just hardware.
And you need 120K worth of ETH to walk away.
Right.
Oh, that's just like,
Making, of course.
I think that was beforehand, because like 32 Ethereum whole, that would equate to that much. But I think with their upgrade now,
You don't have to do full nodes anymore.
Yeah.
Partial nodes.
You
yeah,
have a node?
and that's what I mean by like light clients and stuff.
Never been a big ETH guy.
No. Bitcoin.
Oh, no.
No need or
So why would I use my bandwidth for nothing?
there you go. Eh?
No.
Bandwidth, it doesn't even really use that much other than just downloading and synchronizing for Bitcoin blockchain. And then once that fully gets synced up, it almost uses nothing in bandwidth.
I find it strange that Bitcoin runs the original program under only 462 gig, like the program.
Mhm.
Like that's crazy.
Oh, okay. Continuing. Why should I choose crypto over traditional? So it's some of the very easy things, permissionless. You don't need some higher up to approve. Censorship resistant. PayPal is always infamous for closing accounts. I see this within like the whole Twitter art space. You simply just don't want to get shut down for like any reason. That you still want to use your money to transact between others and yourself. You can send it anywhere really fast. For someone like me who just wants to get things done fast as possible, I can do instant transfers. I can send money over to the Philippines. I did that before, just for a little bit, just to send like my own money instead of just going to like a a building just to send money over in fiat, and it takes like a couple days. This one does it as fast as 10 minutes or less than that. So that's the good plus side. I don't need a bank. Well, I was about to talk about this, but volatility. If you want to do something risky, that's on you. Shakes out a lot of the weak hands, I guess, but I had a brain fart. Let's just move.
Well, price go up and price go down.
Price go up.
Volatility.
Price go up really hard, and then price goes down hard. So if you're pretty risk averse on that one, then I guess that's really what you want to try as a little trading challenge or investment challenge. It kind of builds your mental. Yeah, it does build you mentally, I guess. I had to liquidate my DeFi portfolio, so that doesn't
Mental
bother me.
enough already, thank you.
Yeah. Open to anyone, so anyone can just open up like a Lightning wallet, a Bitcoin wallet, any wallets. So that means kids don't even need to have like a bank account or a joint account. Square's rolled out Bitcoin transactions on every like Square device in the US. So if once it rolls out to Canada, then
That's just in the US?
Wild, eh?
I think just US, yeah. If it rolls out to Canada, then I don't have to attempt trying to orange pill people. So if anyone's got a Square, then I just have my Lightning wallet and then I just pay.
Can you talk about that when you're done, the Clarity Act, as well as the new rumor, as of yesterday, on the strategic reserve that, yes, they are indeed learning how to custody it properly and not have it hacked.
Okay, I haven't looked on that one just yet. I've been busy with school, so I can probably add that next time.
We'll know about that one. Eh?
Well, there's an EO that Trump signed, but we're finding out that the EOs aren't as effective as Congress. So we're still waiting for Senate to ratify it. So
I'm in the strategic reserve rumor from yesterday.
but
They
it
alluded.
may not happen this year, but if it doesn't, it'll happen in 2030.
You mean the Clarity?
It
2030, I'll be dead.
takes us.
It's not so far.
Well, look at my age.
I have a life insurance policy I could get you to sign for me, please.
Yes, okay.
If you're saying you're gonna die in 4 years, I'm quite willing to pay those premiums.
Are you an actuary? You better be, because you'll see that it'll be much quicker.
That's good.
You won't be
Benny,
able to
if you
afford
kill
the
me or
fees.
not, has every right that you should have to do so.
He's telling you though, you won't be able to afford the fees.
That's probably,
Okay, one last thing. Bank anxiety. I don't have to do bank visits anymore and talk to people. I got into a 20-minute conversation with my bank manager at the RBC. At least he told me if I wanted to just put my money in Bitcoin, just do it through a regulated exchange. I was almost about to do it peer-to-peer with Kevin at one time, but didn't happen. I just put it all through Bitcoin Wallet and just like, yeah,
For every Canada is one good reason you don't want it.
I don't work in Canada.
Getting to everyone that's
Only have a large appetite for
Yeah. And then I can avoid any bank runs that happen in the future, but that's not likely, but I'm doomsday prepared. So why Bitcoin? All roads lead back here. Well, it's the boring part of crypto, buy and hold, like I said. The only tokenomics you got is the white paper. The other cryptocurrencies, they all go through like their own tokenomics, and it's probably just something you probably won't care about at all unless it's like, oh, so high in liquidity that it's probably too big to fail. You don't have to go through like all the other like NFT stuff or whatnot. You just keep everything kind of simple. The vibes are completely different when it comes to like communities. So like Bitcoiners, I've been to the Bitcoin rodeo, a whole different experience. It's one of your safest crypto bets. It's the safer part of like crypto. You just have this talks about the whole Bitcoin network. You have a lot of computation to just protect the whole entire network from like a 51.
Over 1,000 now.
Over 1,000? Yeah, it's old. Okay, so exahash, petahash. No, not petahash.
Petahash, terahash, petahash. One more of the next hash.
Yeah. Okay.
Lebanese blonde.
No.
I was talking to Betty over. Sorry.
If you just hodl this thing like gold, it already just outperforms pretty much everything. You don't even have to do anything. And people will say you're a genius, but all I had to do was just buy and hold and make sure I'm not too illiquid in cash. I had to fucking liquidate my DeFi portfolio, so like I'm basically screwed. But the Bitcoin at least will keep me afloat. Hopefully. Yeah, when you go to like Bitcoin community stuff, it's a different, how I say this, different, it's a different world you kind of go through compared to like the crypto stuff. If the crypto side's got like, or NFT side's got like hype beast BS, then Bitcoiners are all about something completely different that will value valuable information in the long run. I guess this can start with like just crypto in general, but it's much easier. Just like you can start saving sats with or every 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. It's probably an easier start with Bitcoin because you're just holding stuff and just trying to get some exposure, I would say. And then, yeah, if you're like me, who's been through a lot of this stuff, I guess it's much easier to just hold Bitcoin because I don't want to be on the internet trying to keep up with all these altcoins and stuff. It's much easier to be a Bitcoiner, to be real with you. And I guess we're getting near the end. Nope. Yes, this one. Since the world's changing fast and technology, yeah, we're dealing with technology, so things happen really fast. The world's pretty much getting in on it. You have this is the US holding all the Bitcoin's been seized, so they're trying to use that as their strategic reserve.
What is all sales halt?
Oh,
They're not selling anything.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so. I was kind of like vibe AI this bit, so like I was supposed
They're
to.
going to increase, not decrease anymore. Because remember, they sold off huge tranches of it for like $300.
Biden did
Yeah,
on the way out the door.
yeah. Don't be like Germany.
They sold all
They
of it.
sold it all.
Yeah, they missed out on
24.
gains. Yeah, like 24 or something like that. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, still waiting for approval, I guess. I haven't looked into this one. Yeah, something about strategic reserves. I'm not sure where they're at right now. I think there's probably haven't gone full with that yet.
Still waiting for Senate to process the clarity.
Right. Yeah, I guess NH? Was that New Hampshire? Okay, let's just use Texas. Yeah, I guess a lot of the Republican states are really getting into the whole Bitcoin like strategic bill faster. And then us, for example, I think it's one of the only politicians that actually pushed it further from all I've seen. Provincial law in BC says like, oh, we can't really hold Bitcoin at all, but he pushed it pretty far. And going to the next slide, we had a community event that happened.
Law in Vancouver says you can't own Bitcoin.
They can't. I think that's what I've seen.
Strategic reserve.
Government or people?
Government. Yeah. This is their downtown cafe with the. Downtown cafe in Vancouver. So they had like I think at least 100 people show up just to see the Vancouver mayor speak because he wanted to push like his own strategic reserve. Yeah. Vancouver's like pretty much like one of my favorite places to be in, just in general. They have like a giant community, both Bitcoin and crypto. Just a lot of stuff I can do. Yeah, it was a really fun experience too.
How many people?
About 100. So got to see like some significant Bitcoiners, like founder of Bitcoin Well, Adam O'Brien, a few who run like I think it was like, what was it called? Actually, I can't remember. But yeah, there's a few people that run their own like YouTube channels. Some Bitcoiners have YouTube channels. Some of them are in there. There's some people I recognize too. It's nice. Yeah, comparing Bitcoin to like traditional assets, the big picture over long term, it just goes up really it's just alien-like. Everything else is probably like this makes everything look like nothing. It's just really conservative rates, and then you have this just skyrocketing up.
Except for Zcash, it's gone up at 12x this past year.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some?
Oh, I'm a long-term bag
Oh,
holder.
no.
I'm a bag holder on that one.
Which one was that?
Zcash.
It's up 1,200%.
I think it was like one of those like
I saw it going up.
anonymous cash. I think I don't even look at that. It's just Bitcoin.
But ETH, though, you're showing ETH as 107% growth, but ETH has still never been back to its all-time high.
It never has been.
And Bitcoin is past its all-time high. I mean, well, it's not quite past now, but it's close to its all-time high.
Yeah.
ETH is only like almost half of its all-time
Yeah, I haven't seen it gone back up since like last year. Not at all.
But that only goes back to early 2022, so.
Yeah, it's early 2022 to like April 2026. I was hoping the AI would do these graphs like pretty okay, but the big picture is just, well, I just have this as another example just to get the long-term picture. Yeah, Bitcoin as the green line just goes up, shoots up, just wipes out every other traditional asset. And then you just have like all these like random, this is a random picture I found just showing the picture of every other shitcoin, like your fart coins, your meme coins.
I love that signal to noise graph.
Yeah, this is what you want to pay attention to, the signal. Everything else is just noise. That's what I want to say. And then, yeah, this is probably the path I'm going to, honestly. I just probably should have took the DeFi thing as like a 10% allocation, just stick with Bitcoin because life would have been much simpler while I keep myself busy, not on the internet. So top it off, fiat's broken, crypto's the alternative, and Bitcoin's the best of it. So it's up to you if you want to stay in the old system. I won't judge. You can always try something new too. That's one of them. Or you can just forget the altcoin casino, meme coin scams, NFT hype cycles, or you could just go the whole orange route. If you're still
Building.
Building. If you're still skeptical, the old financial system isn't coming back. You're already seeing it change. The question is, where will you end up in the new financial system? Bitcoin. Choose Bitcoin first.
Yeah. Oh, and Cryptonutz. It's a stable coin. The first stable coin ever.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we should have
Tether and
yeah, we should always have always allocate 50% in a Cryptonutz with Bitcoin. That's the whole lesson. Everything else is irrelevant. Okay.
very well.
Thank you for putting up with me.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's enjoy our pizzas. Okay.
The virtual
Awesome.
pizza as much as you can eat.
Okay. Awesome.
Steak lost though.
Well, that was all free today.
10,000
Free.
Texas Senate Kentucky.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I
And he's looking at 8 victims.
Oh, here's some.
Oh,
No capital.
My battery here.
Which includes like
Anything
Sorry.
American made?
Bitcoin, XRP,
Actually-
XLM, RCC,
Yeah.
American made.
American made crypto.
Not cars.
Yeah.